If you have packed on the pounds in 2025, it might actually not be your fault, because you can just instead of chalking it up to poor impulse control, a lack of willpower, no, you can go outside and start yelling at the clouds like an old man, because apparently if you've gained weight, blame climate change. Jesus Christ. Higher CO2 levels are making our food more calorific and less nutritious, according to a brand new study. Well, let's take a look. And according to a scientist in the Netherlands who warned that higher levels of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere are making critical crops like rice and barley more calorific and less nutritious. Oh, okay, that's apparently what's happening out there. But what if you don't have rice and you don't have barley? Oh, okay, but maybe you should take a look at the diets of the people that consume copious amounts of rice and barley and how they get those two nutrients. Two types of food. But anyways, CO2 increases calories by boosting photosynthesis, which produces more sugars and starches in crops. However, the surge decreases the concentrations of proteins and nutrients, leading to higher calorie food with lower overall nutritional quality. The team from Leiden University warns of a pervasive elemental shift across a wide range of popular edible plants. Nutrient security is under threat even if food security remains adequate. Food will become more caloric and less nutritious. As a result, humans will suffer higher rates of obesity, weakened immunity, and more chronic diseases. Oh my God, it's not just the water that's rising, it's also your pant size. Oh my God. For the new meta-analysis, researchers analyzed and compared data from different studies where crops were grown at various CO2 levels, both in and out of doors. They looked at 43 edible crops in total, including rice, barley, potatoes, tomatoes, wheat, soybean, peanuts, and lettuce. According to the analysis, when the CO2 level doubles, so too does the detrimental effects on the nutrient of crops. On average, essential nutrients such as zinc, iron, and proteins decrease by 4.4%, while some decrease as much as 38%. Chickpeas were found to have the most powerful and significant average change of the single nutrient, zinc, while wheat and rice, the two most popular crops around the world, also suffer. The team warns that rice is a primary staple crop for over half of the world's population, and another 2.5 billion people are dependent on wheat. Both show significant decreases in essential nutrients such as protein, zinc, and iron. But I've got to really run it back here, okay? Because they're talking about when CO2 levels double. Is that happening right now, or are they just rising up a little bit? Let's put a pin in that and continue to read on. At the same time, the number of calories per sampling is increasing, which suggests that obesity levels will rise regardless of how much we consume or how much we exercise. Well, it's energy in, energy out, so the more you exercise, the more calories do. Anyways, the study also found concentrations of harmful substances such as mercury and lead may be increasing, although more data is needed to investigate this further, the team said. Overall, their findings suggest our food will become a more calorific, less nutritious, and more toxic in tandem with increasing greenhouse gas emissions. And that's the third time that you've tried to drive home that point, which already just raises red flags for me, letting me know that this is definitely a scare tactic, as they're not really giving any tangible evidence that, yes, oh no, we're on the precipice of doubling our CO2 levels. Oh no, this is going to be bad. Mount Fuji is going to be without snow year round. The ice caps are going to rise. And oh yeah, Florida is going to be underwater in 2004. Oh shit, we kind of blew that to pieces, hey? But hey, fat people without any self-control need something to blame, so might as well blame the weather, I guess. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.